everyone, welcome to ETAuto. Today we are going to talk about the story of two tall boys on Indian roads. At one hand, Hyundai, Korean car maker, planted itself in India with Santro in 1998, while soon after country's largest car maker Maruti Suzuki brought in WagonR. The WagonR behind me is the third generation, and till second generation the car maker has already sold 2.2 million. So it has been one of the most successful cars that India had.
Talking about Hyundai Santro, the car has helped South Korean car makers to establish in India. This was the car which actually changed the definition of small car. Also, this has been one of the best-selling car for Hyundai. The car maker have sold till now 1.3 million units in India, and with its second generation, I bet this car would be another game changer for the car.
Let's start how these cars have evolved in the last 20 years. First, WagonR. If you look at WagonR, it has evolved in terms of space, in terms of roominess, in terms of size, in terms of performance. So let's find out how the third generation of WagonR has evolved in terms of exterior design. From the face, if you look at the new WagonR, it has a completely new headlight which is bigger, muscular. The grille has also completely changed. Overall, from the front, WagonR looks much more muscular and heavier than the previous generations. If you talk about the side profiles of the WagonR, it has been added a little bit of curve, but it still remains a simple flat designed car.
Unlike WagonR, which has retained its old boxy design, Hyundai Santro has come up with the all-new design, and it's a new car. It's a brand new car. In the front, it gets a large grille, which makes the car look more sleek and wide. The only disappointment about the front design of Hyundai Santro is the striking resemblance of the headlights with its older sibling i10. If we talk about the Hyundai Santro side profile, it gets a boomerang-like design, which gives it a sculpted look and gives it a more modern feel.
So as we move to the rear of this WagonR, the most important thing that we notice is this tall tail light that has been incorporated from its elder MPV sibling Ertiga. This starts from C-pillar and goes down till the bumper, and the height of bumper remains taller like the previous editions of WagonR.
Unlike WagonR's rear design, which is very flat and like van in nature, Hyundai Santro's rear design is very much sculpted and modern. The nice curve between the taillights might attract the young buyers.
So overall, the new WagonR based on Maruti's hard-tech platform, on which Baleno and new Swift also comes, looks bulkier, bigger but lighter. Maruti Suzuki has deliberately done a very stealth or swift design changes in WagonR, and it has retained all its design DNA and elements that were in the past generation. Maybe the reason would have been because the car has already been in the top 10 selling list for a long time in India.
According to me, WagonR would be a preferred car for an adult age between 35 to 45, while the Santro might attract to the age group of 25 to 35 because of the sporty nature of the car.
As you enter inside new WagonR, like anticipated, you are welcomed with ample headroom and adequate leg space. Quite a roomy cabin that you notice here. Apart from that, what most important notable point is the infotainment system. That's a quite nice infotainment that you have in this new WagonR. If you talk about practicality, the WagonR always been one of the most practical and family car. You have enough space here in glove box. You have a space here to put your mobile. The gearbox is mounted on the dash. You have here a cup holder. On the door also you have a bottle holder, and then you can put your diary or stuff like that. So overall, The cabin is quite spacious. Only disappointed that we see is you do not have adjustable headrest that the previous generation of WagonR offered. If you talk about last 20 years change in terms of quality, the material used here, the plastic quality has not gone for a major leap, and that's obviously the reason is the cost pressure on the car maker. The car offers dual airbag. That's a big leap in terms of safety feature. You have ORVM that was not available in the many previous generation of WagonR. You also have features like steering mounted multimedia functions that adds value to the vehicle in this range. As you come to the rear side of WagonR, as expected, you have ample knee room, you have ample headroom. I'm 5.10 inches tall. Dipanshu is 5.7 inches tall. I think we are of average Indian male height, and in this condition, the WagonR comes quite spacious, roomy, and comfortable. But if you talk about features at the rear, it's a plain car. You do not have much of feature like Santro, which is having lesser wheelbase, shorter car that has a rear AC vent, but WagonR, though there is ample space, doesn't spot rear AC. It doesn't have a reading light also at the rear seat, but you have a bottle holder here on the door where you can accommodate one bottle, but that too is not very adequate if you talk about the doors nowadays being designed, which has much larger space to accommodate at least 2 bottles and some extra stuff. Another most important or striking feature that I have experienced in this car is your infotainment unit shows you alarms such as belt alarm or low fuel alarm. Apart from that, like this car also has a USB and aux cable. You have you can connect your mobile with this. You have a smart play. Those kind of feature has really taken this WagonR to the next level.
Talking about Hyundai Santro interiors, the cabin looks upmarket and premium because of the dual tone color, black and beige. Apart from this, 3.8 AC vents makes it look more sporty. The only miss in the cabin is the touch panels for air conditions in the top variants. In terms of cabin space, you get a glove box here. There is some space here as well to put your wallet or cell phone. There is a small space here as well, where you can put your keys, coins, whatever. One thing I like about Santro was the overall comfort while you drive the car. Mainly because all the control functions are very accessible, in terms of steering mounted controls. One smart thing that Hyundai has done is the front and rear window buttons are very accessible to the driver as well as for the co-passenger. In terms of utility, you get a 12-volt power socket here. There is a USB port also. You can charge your phone or put your pen drive and listen to your favorite songs while you drive. The overall cabin space on Hyundai Santro is really nice. You get enough legroom, enough headroom, but it would be a problem for a person whose height is above 5'9". Also, one thing that I would like to talk about is that you cannot adjust the steering wheels. So that is pretty much, you will take 2 to 3 days to get into your position or having the driving comfort. Rear seat of Hyundai Santros are wide enough to accommodate 2 heavy individuals. In terms of space, there is enough legroom, enough headroom. For the reference, my height is 5'7". In terms of comfort, you get nice rear AC vents. But the missing point is that there is no USB port at the rear, so rear passenger would have a tough time while they are on a long drive. Hyundai Santro's boot is not that big. It is 235 liters, idle for 2 to 3 bags. In terms of competition, WagonR's boot space is 341 liters.
So this WagonR is powered by 1 liter petrol engine that churns out 50 kilowatt of power and 90 Newton meter of torque at 3500 RPM. How does it translate in terms of driving? If you can look at my speedometer, I have been giving full gas and we have been able to reach 80 kmph. So if you talk about engine being very pepe, it's not that. It just gives you a decent power and smooth power when you can transport your family from from place A to B. And overall, I think the engine does a decent job. Looking at the fuel efficiency that the company has worked on, the 1 liter one offers fuel efficiency of about 22.5 kmpl, which is the company claims, but we have also driven around the city in Delhi where you do not have a normal driving condition, so here it did not perform that much, but it's a good fuel efficient car, I must say. But if you compare with in terms of power and torque, engine sprinting quicker, I think in that area Santro fares much better than this WagonR. In terms of suspension, WagonR has in the front McPherson coil spring strut suspension, while at the rear it has torsion beam. Overall, the performance of suspension is decent, but we would expect a much smoother ride than it currently offers, since it has graduated in the 3rd generation. Apart from that, if you talk about the air condition, I think the air condition of WagonR does a decent job. Braking is quite smooth and apt. What I feel should have been better in this when it comes to drivability, at a higher speed, if you turn the vehicle, it seems to be losing the grip on the ground, and that's obviously because of the lightweight curve weight that the WagonR offers. But the other one advantage of this lightweight is that the car offers a better fuel efficiency. The WagonR has always been a car for family buyers, so the roominess, the space and fuel efficiency becomes the USP of this vehicle.
The new Hyundai Santro is powered by 1.1 liter petrol engine that churns out 69 horsepower of power and 99 Nm of torque. While talking about the fuel efficiency, Hyundai Santro stands at par with Maruti Suzuki WagonR, as it churns out 20.3 liters mileage for the petrol and 30 kilometers per kg for the CNG variant. Talking about the drivability of the Hyundai Santro, vibrations are almost non-existent. The engine is responsive and peppy. While driving on the highway, it is well planted, which gives a lot of confidence. In terms of the ride comfort, Hyundai Santro scores very well, while the steering is light and very consistent in the behavior. Having said that, Hyundai Santro is one of the best cars to drive in this segment for daily commute and doing a daily course of action.
So the most important question that the car buyers will be looking forward to in this segment is kitna deti hai. So let me answer that by this way. This WagonR comes in 3 engine variants: 1 liter petrol, CNG and 1.2 liter petrol. So diesel engine is not available in this WagonR. For 1 liter petrol engine, it offers, as company claims, 22.5 kmpl, while for 1.2 liter it offers 21.5 kmpl of fuel economy, while for CNG it offers 33.5 km per kg.
The answer to kitna deti hai for Hyundai Santro is not too far from Maruti Suzuki WagonR, as with 1 liter engine, Santro gives around 20 km per liter for petrol and 30 km per kg for CNG variant.
But in this area, WagonR certainly scores much better despite having a larger body frame.
A 0.5 star.
So the final question is, how deep is it going to be in your pocket? Maruti Suzuki WagonR is certainly slightly costlier than Santro, but the Santro's base variant, which is cheaper, much cheaper than WagonR, does not offer AC. So the variant that is going to be sold mostly is going to be on the same cost price. If you talk about which one to buy, if you are looking for fuel efficiency and roominess, then WagonR is going to be your option. If you are looking for a sporty city car which gives you quick torque and more power, then Santro will be certainly your choice.